Welcome back, students, to our new episode of the Gymbreakers World Cup with the Sunrise Silph meta. So this is going to be our last video highlighting the quarterfinals between Israel and Croatia. And we are going especially to focus on the pair three, so composed for Israel with Mr. McCalvin and Pat Suits, and for Croatia of Josip and Roberat. So the first game here, as you can see, it's going to be Mr. McCalvin against Josip. Okay, so Abi, when you are looking at Josip teams, what should you highlight, and how do you see Mr. McClavin play against Josip team?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is that Joseph has the Shadows Aptos, and I think Shadows Aptos has a pretty good matchup against most of his team. I think McAlavin should really try to play around it. The only real counter he has is like the Galarian Stunfisk, so maybe I would see Galarian Stunfisk paired with Obama Snow to make sure that Obama covers the rest of Joseph's teams.
Let's see how we decided to play it. So first game we have an Obama Snow lead into Vigorat.
This is a positive lead for Joseph if he plays for the one shield scenario. It's a positive lead for Mr. McAlvin, if he plays for the zero shield scenario. Let's see what they do.
Okay. Decided to swap into Vigorat.
Yeah, that is an interesting swap. Because the opposing Vigoroth had energy advantage, so even though he would like to have fainted it down, Joseph swaps into Pelipper. Pelipper is a pretty good counter for Vigoroth.
Joseph is going probably to shield this body slam and farm down the Vigoroth for a lot to be loaded on energy. Mr. McLavin is coming back with the Obama Snow. No shield on the weather ball and switching to Alolan Marowak. And that's going to be difficult at this stage, even if he still has two shields.
Yeah.
The Pelipper is going to really put the Marowak into. Joseph switched to G-Fisk.
Yeah, probably thinking he would catch the charge move. That's actually pretty smart. Well, now that McAlvin has zero shields, it makes sense that you switch to Stunfisk. He can just one shield and go straight for the Earthquake for the KO. And from what I remember, the Abomasnow has 1 HP or something, so that's basically one more shot away from dying. Yep.
Second game, we have Mantin into a Pelipper lead, so this time it's more favorable for Mr. McLavin. He goes straight Ice Beam.
Yeah. What McLavin has to look for is not get hit by a hurricane.
Yeah. But it was a bit too early to be a hurricane, I think.
No,
and it's going to be another weather ball. And switching to Vigoroth aggressively and not shielding the Ice Beam, and Mr. McLavin as the answer with Alolan Marowak.
Yeah, at this point you just farm down the Vigoroth and then have a bunch of energy to throw at something else that's coming at the back.
Yeah,
this is probably
this body slam is not going to KO. And now he's loaded on energy. I think he has almost 100 energy.
Yeah.
And he's going for the Shadow Ball into the G-Fisk, connecting. And now throwing the Bone Club that should not shield it. Interesting. And coming back with the Vigoroth, going to shield this charge move. That's the Rock Slide. And switching to Pelipper.
Yeah, Pelipper
using his last shield.
Yeah, this Pelipper has quite a bit of energy, so I think Joseph's only plays to protect the Pelipper and throw as many weather balls as possible.
and is going to bait with the body slam to take out the last shield, and this body slam is going to KO the G-Fisk. So nice game, nice second game, and we move to the third game, and we have again the Abomasno against Vigoroth lead, switching to Vigoroth. That's an interesting play because I assume not a lot of people like to swap their Vigoroth in when the opposing Vigoroth has a energy lead.
Yeah. But ideally, what McLaren might want to do is get some energy advantage on his Vigoroth, and then if they switch, go into the next matchup with a little bit of energy advantage. And in most cases, that can flip games for you.
And again, we have the Pelipper, so Mr. McLavin is going to come back with the Alabama Snow. He goes for the Weather Ball.
Yeah, I don't think the Pelipper has enough energy for a Hurricane, so he goes by the ball. And yep, Joseph does a lot of aggressive swaps. It's a different kind of playstyle, but I do think that this game, depending on what he has at the back, if he had maintained the switch advantage, he would be in a better place right now.
Yeah, because he just throw the Bulldoze and aggressively switch to the G-Fisk.
Yeah, and I
And
think at this point, McLaren can go straight Bone Club for the win. Oh wow!
yeah, he still has the Obama Snow in the back, and this +1 shield should be enough to because the Vigoroth is really low, Joseph's Vigoroth.
Yeah.
So yeah, very nice play. Let's move to the second game. So this time he's going to face Robrat. What are your thoughts on the team?
Well, it's actually the teams are quite similar. The only difference is that he has Pelipper as his Vigoroth counter, and Pelipper and Altaria as his Vigoroth counter. When considering the previous game, it was Pelipper and Zapdos. What's the thing that stands out with Robrat's team is that he has three flyers, and all of those
Yeah,
flyers lose to Skarmory. I think he has five Pokemon that's weak to Skarmory, in a way, and I think Skarmory is going to be played in every game from by McLevin. I think.
yeah. Let's see then how he decided to play it, and we have indeed a Skarmory against Pelipper lead. So the Pelipper is going straight Weather Ball
This is
and switching to.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good. Ideally, what you might want to have done as a developer is play the two shields. Of course, it will lose, but it will. The Skarmory will definitely have to commit two shields along with the Pelipper, or Pelipper will come out with quite a lot of energy advantage. But I guess he decides to swap out and tried to call the bait, but he did not. Uh, but
Mhm.
but now what can happen is that with the shield advantage, I think he can try to build on this one Pokemon deficit.
Yeah, but Mr. McLavin is going to shield his Vigoroth and he switch back to Pelipper to catch the body slam. And Mr. McLavin answers by bringing in a G-Fisk. Weather Ball really hurts for the G-Fisk. Here comes the Rock Slide. It's going to be shielded.
This game could go pretty close, but the thing is, like Skarmory has energy, and once Skarmory comes in, uh, I don't think the Pelipper will get to two weather balls.
Yeah,
And also, I think in this scenario, what Robrat should have done is go straight for the bulldoze. But considering that, yeah, I think if he had gone for the bulldoze, there was an opportunity for farming down the this Karmory even. But yeah, it had stored energy. It's GG.
Yeah. Again, Skarmory lead into a mountain this time. So this is a playable match for Robrat and for Mr. McLavin. So let's see how they decided to play. Robrat decided to go straight bubble beam to lower the attack of the Skarmory.
Yep. Ideally, if you, it depends on what you play for. If you're ideally as the Mantine, you are in the disadvantageous position because if the Skarmory gets a Brave Bird, it's gonna put you very deep into the yellow. Like it takes about 60% of Mantine's health, and yeah, Mantine going straight
And
bubble beam
here,
again. Yep.
yeah, here you the bubble beam and then catching the body slam into his own Vigorot. That was a very nice play from Robert because he's like he's ooh, Mr. McLavin with a clutch body slam just before dying.
Zero HP and a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
now,
he's coming. He's going to be able to throw a body slam at the Mantine, so it's always nice just before dying.
but what happens now is the Mantine has energy advantage.
Yeah, and he's going bubble beam on the G-Fisk, uh, plus two shields, and he's going to use his first shield to block this rock slide and insta switch into Skarmory
Yeah, this.
to burn the last shield of Robrat.
Well, ideally, what McLavin could have done is one shield and go for the Brave Bird. Oh man.
Those baits.
Oh, he undercharged. Oh my god, no. Oh man, he thought he could farm down, but unfortunately, that undercharge is gonna cost him the game probably.
Yeah, and with no shield, uh, this ice beam is going to put G-Fisk in the yellow, and he still has like with one shield. I think this game is in the pocket for Mr. McLavin.
Yep.
So again, a positive lead with Mantin into Pelipper for this game. He's going straight ice beam. Let's see if that if he lands the ice beam. Yeah,
Yeah, at this point, I guess once the ice beam is landed, the Pelipper should definitely go straight for the Hurricane. Because if he tries to bait and if he doesn't get the bait, this is a really bad matchup for the Pelipper.
yeah. What we are seeing right now, and now he double weather ball, but it's resisted by the Mantin
Yeah, triple weather ball.
and
So at this,
triple weather ball.
but it was a CMP tie, I think, in a way. Yeah, it was a CMP tie. So of course, Pelipper wins CMP from everything. Uh, all right,
And
maybe. Oh,
he's
that's a nice
coming.
farm.
Roberat is coming with. Ooh. So he's coming with the Vigorot, and Mr. McLavin is bringing the the Skarmory here. Ooh,
He tried to catch the.
aggressively switching to the Fisk.
Yeah, he tried to. He probably tried to catch the sky attack. I think ideally what you should have done in that scenario is push for the two shield scenario and win
Yeah,
that matchup because Vigoroth would have easily won. I think he was at least a body slam, had a body slam advantage, and yeah, all right. So I guess he goes straight bulldoze
yeah.
now.
I
Then
t-
even shields.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think I will have play same the Vigo two shields, and he might have won this game. Now I think it's going to be very complicated for Roberat to pull out a win.
Yep, definitely. Oh wow, he was expecting the swap. He was ready for it. Amazing play by McLavin, knowing that his opponent might want to jump in and body slam his Vigoroth so that he can pick up the win. But this is a very good play.
Yeah, and this guy attack is going to almost KO the Vigoroth.
Uh, this body slam won't KO this Karmari. It is resisted.
Yeah,
Oh, very close and
and
yep.
very close matchup indeed. But Mr. McLavin take the win. The next game it's Patsuts against Josip. So, what are your thoughts on how this match could go?
Well, initial thought is Altaria is going to have a lot of play. It walls quite a few of his Pokemon. For example, I don't think Zapdos has a lot of play against Altaria. Neither does Pelipper. Neither does Swampert. And yes, Altaria also has a very good matchup against Vigoroth based on IVs. So I think there's going to be a lot of Altaria play here.
Yeah, likely because it really just has Urbano Snow and G-Fisk to counter the Altaria. So let's see how Patsos decide to play this game. And there is an Urbano Snow lead into a Pelipper.
This is a good lead for Patsus. Let's see how he plays it out. Ideally, his only goal is probably to not get hit by a hurricane.
Yeah, he shielded, and now he's coming with Joseph is coming with his own Obama Snow, and Patsos is bringing Vigoroth. Ooh,
This is
this energy ball goes unshielded.
probably going to cost him quite a bit because I don't think he'll want to commit the one shield he has left, and Abamasno has now a shield advantage. So maybe it's going. Yeah, it will get to the weather ball and it's going to take
Yeah,
out the Vigoroth. But the good thing is his Abomasnow can come back and then farm down
and
this one.
farm down, and yeah, and now he's loaded on energy. So and he's coming back with the Pelipper, maybe to absorb those charge.
Yeah, probably what he would want to do. Oh wow, that was a CMP. He has a
Yeah,
shield. It's going to be really yeah. He shielded and I guess he's going to throw the energy ball. As Joseph, ideally you'd want to at this point consider double shielding the Pelipper, but he did not, and in comes Mantine. Oh, okay. This is going to be really close. Of course, Mantine is gonna keep shelling out these bubble beams, but rock slides do hurt. Uh, the Mantine being
yeah,
a little bit ahead is going to definitely point the match towards Mantine winning it, but it's still going to be really close.
yeah, and Joseph still has a mon, so he can swap out, clear the debuff, and come back in if it plays it right. I think Kirpatsos is trying to go straight bubble beam and tried. Ooh.
Oh man, that's ouch. Ideally, what Joseph's play should have been is that double shield the Pelipper and farm down. That was the best case scenario for it.
Yeah. Second game, we have an Altaria into an Obama Snow lead, so I think worst lead ever
Yeah.
for Patsos. And is bringing Mountain into Obama Snow. So it means that it should not have maybe a counter to Obama Snow in his lineup.
Yep.
Bringing Pelipper, Joseph.
Yeah, this is an interesting play, and I think Joseph at this point, what he should have done is probably commit one shield and then hit another energy ball on the Mantine and then dip out, because now the Mantine had considerable amount of energy advantage, and Ice Beam, even though it's going to be
Oh,
neutral, hurts. Of course, Hurricane is a great move, but even then, it's going to be pretty close of getting fainted down.
yeah. And he connected with the Hurricane. That was a huge play by for Joseph. And ooh, so this is going to be a weather ball.
Yeah, Weather Ball barely tickles Altaria.
Yeah,
But it was a
but
Hurricane,
he's
but
going to be able to.
it was a Hurricane. But because he was debuffed, it was a big problem, I think.
And now Patkus succeeds to align the Marowak into the Vigoroth. So let's see, uh, shielding correctly the bulldoze, and he's going for a straight bone club.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised at this because of the fact that Joseph has a considerable advantage in this matchup, and he did have two shields. The only way, let's say, Patsus wins is if he can, if his Alul and Marowak survives. So he was definitely going to shield. And
Yeah,
this was a bit more aggressive in the farm down. I think the Abamsno already had the weather ball, and he overfarmed a little bit, and that cost him the game.
yeah. Next game we have the magnificent Stunfisk mirror. How do you like to play this mirror, Abby? Straight earthquake?
No. What I usually do is I bait the rock slide. I bait with the rock slide first. If the bait doesn't go, I try to catch the earthquake on the Mantine.
Mhm. Ooh,
There you go.
ooh, there he goes. Oh, magnificent play by Patsus to catch this earthquake into the mountain. Very nice.
Yeah. And ideally, at this point, Joseph should go for the energy ball and then farm down. Yeah. Okay. So even if he gets hit by the ice beam, it's not going to KO him. And at this point, I think
Yeah.
the Mantine can only get to a bubble beam. It cannot get to another ice beam. So you just go for the power farm down. Oh man,
Oh, he
IVs.
was able to reach this ice beam, and it's blocked by Joseph.
Oh, wow. Okay, now whatever comes in is going to take two weather balls to the face.
Yeah. Maybe just one because it's a CMP
CMP
tie.
tie. So energy ball. Oh man, he went too greedy. If it was an energy ball, it does like I think 40% of the the
Yeah, I will
Stunfisk's
have put
HP.
that in the deep yellow, and
Oh,
yeah, he's
CMP.
probably going to. Oh, not using the shield, so keeping the shield for the Vigoroth. That's as well
Yeah,
interesting
yeah,
strategy.
but weather balls hurt. Weather balls hurt a lot.
Yeah,
And Pelipper gets to weather balls really fast, and I don't think Pelipper is in a range where where body slam is going to KO. It's going to force a shield now, and it can definitely tank. It will die with two body slams, but I think he still has some HP on the mon at the back. Or yeah, okay, yeah.
and
Of
it's G-Fisk.
course,
So he needs to use
use
all
energy.
his energy, and
Yeah,
it's going to be
but
and
bulldoze is a
oh
bad move. He's still going to get to rock slide, and yeah,
yeah,
that should be GG's.
GG Joseph for this game. So what are your thoughts on Robert team and how Patsus could play? They have a similar team,
Yeah,
a bit.
it's a very mirror team basically. Let's say Patsu selected Alolan Marowak for his Vigoroth counter, and Robrat selected Pelipper for his Vigoroth counter. The only difference is
Exactly.
that Pelipper can beat Galarian Sunfisk in the one shield scenario. Marowak has no chance unless he decides to go straight Rock Slide for some reason.
Yeah, I think depending on IVs, Marwa can still pull out the win if you don't have a good stun fisk.
Yeah.
I think so. But anyway, let's jump to the battle, and we have a Vigoroth lead into a stun fisk, so it's good lead for Patsut. and he's switching to his Vigoroth
Oh man.
counter, and that's going to be hard because Patsos answer with the Altaria.
Yeah, and yeah, Hurricane does hurt, but I think at this point you just farm down the Pelipper, but it might be really close. Ooh, that's a weather ball.
Yeah, that's a weather ball, and he shielded correctly the Hurricane,
Yeah,
and
but it was
he
a
decides,
CMP, so
yeah, decides to throw, but to because of the CMP, he decides to undercharge in order to be able to farm more energy.
okay, yeah,
And yeah, with the Dragon Pulse, that's the best choice against the G-Fisk. And now we have the Vigoroth Mirror, and Patsus I think is a bit ahead of energy with one counter advantage.
yeah, and he also manages to sneak in a counter when he's throwing the move. That's gonna put him at a pretty big advantage, I think.
Yeah.
But the only play I see for the other Vigoroth is shield once and faint it down. Now it has some
Yeah.
energy, but with one shield advantage, I think Altaria is gonna just farm down this Vigoroth. Oh,
Oh, he
refusing
goes
the
no
shield.
shield.
Okay, basically saving the shield for the Mantine so that it can do something against Galarian Sunfisk. That makes a lot
So
of sense.
yeah, shielded the shielding the first rock slide, and now he's going straight bubble beam.
hmm Yeah, of course this rock slide is gonna hurt, but it's already debuffed, and Mantine is quite
Yeah.
tanky. So I think at this range you can almost bubble down. I guess bubble down and save an ice beam to hit at the Vigoroth.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think the Vigoroth still has residual energy, but Patsos is throwing the ice beam and it's going to KO, and it's a nice game.
Yeah, and I think
Let's move to the next game.
yep, and I think Mantine wins CMP over Vigoroth. This is a very bad lead. Let's see what he does.
And this is the most exciting mirror of the entire Sunrise Cup, the Mantim mirror. How do you like to play this mirror?
I go straight ice beam.
Yeah,
My only goal is to get rid of that Mantine as fast as possible. Because if you go bubble beam, it takes forever, and it's a good matchup becomes an iffy matchup if you go bubble beam. Of course, you can go the second one as bubble. People do go ice beam, bubble beam, ice beam, but I prefer just to go straight ice beam. Because in the end, one of the Mantines end up with just enough HP that you can farm down.
Yeah, usually I do the same. So now we have the G-Fisk against the Vigoroth.
Yeah, this is a straightforward matchup. You just go and plus Patsus has quite the shield advantage too, so you can go straight bulldoze and still win this. Because the opponent's win condition is if they call your body slam. If they don't, then yeah. Ooh, he calls a body slam. This is gonna be a little bit more interesting now. Okay. I think this still doesn't KO and it can get a rock slide off. Yeah. So now he has to shield, or maybe he doesn't shield.
Yep, but yeah, it doesn't shield and barely survives, and now comes the opposing Vigoroth, and he brings the Altaria. It's a pretty solid answer to Vigoroth.
Yeah, and but the Vigoroth had gotten a few counters, so in the zero shields Vigoroth can still pull this win off. But I think Robrat definitely needs his Vigoroth to remain healthy to win this game.
Patsus is going to shield this body slam.
Oh man, this is gonna put it in the red, but it won't KO the Altaria, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh,
trying
the
to catch
catch. That was a very nice
the
try.
sky attack in with the Mantine. trying to catch the sky attack with the G disc.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. He did in his defense. He did time it very well. Patsos just decided to overfarm.
Yeah. On to the next game. Worse, not a good lead as well. Switching to Mountain and is bringing Pelipper as an answer. Robrat now correctly shielding the Ice Beam.
Yeah, and I guess this could be a hurricane, and oh, it's a weather ball bait. Oh, this is going to be
The web
interesting.
fade ball. So
Uh,
that's going to be a very interesting matchup here. He goes for the bubble beam that goes unshielded.
and this is going to be a hurricane. Definitely going to put the Mantin in the red. Ooh,
Oh,
man, still not enough, unfortunately. So Robrat can either opt for shield and then farm down, or let the Pelipper go. Yep.
oh,
Oh man,
very close, 1 HP.
Mantin is so bulky.
And he decides to come with the Vigoroth, and now he's going to bring Altaria Patsos.
Yep. I think this match is going to come down to what's at the back. If Robrat has an answer to, let's say, oh wow,
Oh,
I think this is still a win for Robrat. Would have been a win for Robrat if he played the one shield scenario against Altaria, because the G-Fist could have farmed down the I mean not farmed down, could have gained a lot of energy from the Altaria matchup and then
yeah.
blown
And
up
then
the
be able to rock slide, then double rock slide
yeah,
quite easily. Obama Snow.
yeah. I think he just put himself in a precarious position right now.
And Patsus, I think, noticed that, and now he decided to shield so that the G-Fisk has to use his energy.
Oh man, but I think this game is done. I don't think Patsus has a way to recover. Mostly because
Yeah,
yeah, of course, Galarian Sunfisk really walls Altaria, and there's not a lot the Altaria can do to win this matchup. And this body slam should KO.
yeah.
GG's. Really good games by both, with Patsus coming out with like the huge earthquake catch. So Israel beat Croatia 26-10. This was the quarterfinal matchup. Yeah. So we do have an update. Unfortunately, we will not be covering the rest of the World's tournament because Sunrise Cup is over. We're going to prepare for March. What I would like to say is after going through a lot of countries, Germany is now the current champion of the world. They beat Spain in the finals. So hopefully next time around we will be able to cover this a bit more efficiently and the games get over a bit faster. That said, please keep an eye out for our meta simplified video for the March Cup and also for the Flying Cup for all those who want to do the final push for rank 10. Thanks for watching,
Yeah.
guys.